What's up, man? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Big Street from the L.V.K. coming at you with another one. Motorsports, man, is keeping going strong, you know. So right now we got 2021 Formula Drift season. This is part 2, but it's actually round 1. So this is the start of the season. We got right now it looks like we got an impressive top 16. So we decided we're not going to do 32 through the finals. We're just going to do 16 through the finals. So we're just going to go ahead and just jump into the top 16, man. Right now we got Matt Field and Chelsea Denova. Let's do it, man.
He reigns supreme, and he's feeling cool, calm, and collected. He's feeling a little yogi, a little namaste right here. He's gonna muscle up.
Damn, Chelsea D is running 1,200 horsepower.
I've seen him just
Holy
progress through the
shit.
years. He's been campaigning his Ford Mustang for a few years with Vaughn Gittin Jr. He is ready to rock.
just said,
He's
"Don't
got the
call me a
hip hop
road
lid. He's ready
developer."
to drop some fat rhymes and beats up on you. And talking about Matt
Jared.
Field. That's what he's talking about. So here
What
we
are
go.
you talking
Matt
about?
Field. Yeah, this is a good one. These guys, this is probably two of the biggest smack talkers. I'm just gonna put it out there. These guys talk smack,
Wow.
but they say it lovingly. It's, you know what I mean? They both give and receive.
He should be a promoter. That's a good way to hype up a battle.
That's what's up. These are two of the biggest smack talkers in the biz. Matt Field, piling that Falcon tires, Drift Cave Corvette. He's going against the BC Racing
That
Nano
is
Tires
good,
Sport
man.
Performance Mustang
First-
RTR Spec
first battle, round
5D.
16,
Field
let's
versus
do it.
Denofa. Field will lead. Denofa will give chase as they come on down the pipe. Woo-wee, that's a sneaky initiation coming into that first inside clip. Here comes Matt Field. Oh, scrubs some speed, but allows Denofa to straighten out. Oh, gains some ground, banging doors. Oh, man. I tell you what, things got a little interesting there. Talking about that smack talking, rubbing his racing. Ryan, I really want to look at this. You saw the attitude of Matt's vehicle when he went up the hill. It looked like he scrubbed some speed. Chelsea got on his door, backed off, but then he just lunged back into it. So let's take another look at this, another perspective with that United States Air Force instant replay.
Let's get through the replay first, and we'll talk about the momentum zones, one of which is right here. After initiation, the drivers in the chase should know that the lead drivers are going to be slowing down. Once they get to that inside clip, they need to be back on the throttle. Matt Field is on the throttle there as Denofa transitions with them at the same time. Super close here, keeping the aggression right to Matt Field's door, and then surges forward. And this is where
Matt
things
Field
come
pulled the
unglued for
e-brake.
Chelsea Denofa. Let's take a look at Matt Field. He unwinds the angle, and he may have sped up there because of that, and then was a bit too close and had to make that adjustment. So the judges have their work cut out for him there. It looks like Matt Field was all in the right in the lead position. Denofa quickly gets back on and tries to make a fight of it. But from this point forward, Matt Field
It's also
looks
known
like he has a
as
huge advantage. Here it is again. See, he unwinds it, and he
the
surges
decel
there.
man.
So do you think it was Chelsea being aggressive? Did Matt have a hiccup? And let's take a look at that smoke line. I think it'll come into play on the replay when we kind of digest both runs. But
Well, we'll take a look
Yeah.
at the momentum map, but I
Yep.
think Matt Field is in the right there for the most part. See, the momentum map actually goes all the way to the beginning of outside zone number 2. So Matt Field was slowing in the right place, and he wasn't really slowing dramatically. I think what happened is Denofa unwound the angle. He sped up and then had to put more angle in it to slow down to avoid a
So
big
it's
accident.
Chelsea's fault.
here we go. Chelsea
Damn.
Denofa, Matt Field in that
Looks
chase
like
position.
Chelsea put down a
Chelsea initiates,
blistering run.
yanking that handbrake quite a bit. Comes in. You talk about that momentum zone. Good aggressive driving by Chelsea. Look at the angle from Denofa. Comes into that second outside zone in that keyhole. Look at the absolute sideways positioning of that BC Racing vehicle. Going for gold.
Oh my God.
Literally. Holy cow, where'd they go?
What the-
First you see them, now you don't.
Did you
All-American
see
battle.
how locked his,
Yo, the
his
old Houdini.
Chelsea's
Wow.
That is
Chelsea's
Denofa
wheels
saying,
were?
I'm going to do whatever I can to make Matt Field make an error by putting on massive angle but not reducing the momentum through
Yeah, let's
sections
just
of the
watch
course
this
where that
replay.
kind of angle for almost any other driver would be a spin or a massive slow. So this is Denofa trying to make it tough on Matt Field. He must know that he's at a disadvantage if he's driving like this. He's really trying to make it hard on Matt. Matt makes some adjustments, has to unwind some angle coming up from outside zone number 1 into outside zone number 2. Now he closes the door as they get to this inside clip, transitioning back around. Matt Field through the smoke line, being aggressive there, trying to get close to Denofa, but look at the smoke line that Denofa is putting up. He is driving absolutely bonkers, and then a massive angle through the final inside clip.
Bonkers, Ryan.
Incredible bit of driving there by Chelsea Denofa.
Bonkers.
Trying to take it to Matt Field here in this really tough top 16 battle. Look at that angle through that final inside clip along with the transition. So Denofa doing everything that he has within his power to give Matt Field a tough time.
Scores are in. Slide him left for Field, right for
Yeah,
Denofa.
we knew that was gonna
and there
happen.
it is. That looks like Eggert says
Yeah.
Field, as does Ryan Lontaine.
They deem Chelsea
and
at fault.
Chris Yule. It is unanimous. Matt Field, Lontaine, you got your headset on there. That was unanimous. What's
Let's
up?
hear from Ryan Lontaine.
And maintained it everywhere that we asked them to. We always say if you're going to try a reverse entry at initiation, it doesn't always work out that well, but he was able to make it to a high degree of angle and stick it all the way through inside clip 1, and he threw it in a very aggressive way at outside zone number 2 as well.
There's Ryan Lontaine.
Horseshoe up here, maintained it all the way through again, but Matt Field was right there with him. Why we chose Matt Field? Well, Chelsea straightened in his chase position coming up the hill towards outside zone 1 and 2, and you can see when it gripped up right there, it shot him straight up towards Matt, and then he ended up stalling.
So he
straight
gripped
a couple
up?
of times there and fell off in a pretty big way. So unfortunately, Chelsea had that issue that held him back, but incredible run from
That was awesome.
Chelsea on his lead.
Yeah, and he knew he had to
That's
kind of like
an
throw it
understatement
down
so
to break
far.
his wrist if it was an arm wrestling competition in order to get the win, right?
Yeah, he probably was
JTP.
hoping either that he would look amazing, which he did, or he would throw off Matt Field in the chase and he would make a mistake, and then they'd at least get it one more time and Chelsea could have a chance to redeem himself. But fortunately, Matt Field did a good job behind him. Wasn't able to match the angle
Taguchi.
in that situation.
He's maxed
in the
out.
chase.
JTP.
Yeah, but, did a great job of mimicking as best he could the transitions.
Last
Right on.
last
Thank you, Ryan
episode, I was
Lontaine.
calling that
As we
fucking
move on to our
Justin
next battle, you
Timberlake.
can see the
I
headshots
don't know
there.
why.
Kazuya Taguchi, brand new vehicle, and here he is in top 16. He's going against Justin Pollock, who also had a 95 on his second run, but JTP in that Falcon Tires Ford Mustang going against Kazuya
right, man.
Taguchi
Let's see this
in
one.
this Toyota 86. Kazuya out front, Pollock in that chase position. All right, Kazuya Taguchi initiating. Justin Pollock mimicking that angle, coming to that first front clip. Kazuya Taguchi. Wow, look at that. Really gripping up the hill into those Gator Rumble strips. Now that second outside zone.
So
Not as
tight.
deep as we saw. And we
So
started things off
tight
really
on that-
aggressively. You
on
saw
that
how
lead.
deep Field and Chelsea went, so you saw that. But look at Pollock. Great composure in that chase position. You saw him really mimicking the angle, giving himself enough room where he kind of wanted to grow on, right? So he gave him room and then would just lunge forward. Great job by JTP.
Well,
Yeah.
after a very scary moment yesterday in qualifying, JTP looks like he's on a bit of a tear here. He had experience in mechanical, came back, scored a 95, but he was stuck outside of the top 24. Now here against Kazuya Taguchi. He's trying to do some more work. Taguchi out front, misses that second outside zone. Pollock taking advantage of the tighter line there to gain proximity as they leave the keyhole. Now coming down the hill here. More pressure by Justin Pollock. Backs off for a second, then back in the pocket there. And Kazuya Taguchi doing a great job of his own in the lead position, getting himself in the right places on the course and maxing out that angle as best he can through that final inside clip. So good battle here. This is a much different start than the top 32.
That warranted a stutter. Much good, right? Like, absolutely awesome. I feel like just as the events are opening up and we're tripping over our words because it's exciting, man. It's great to see everybody just back. Again, Kazuya Taguchi, a new vehicle. I know Justin Pollock has been working on this vehicle as well. As here we go. Now JTP, he's going to get that clean air, or slightly clean. Still got some smoke lingering in the air. Kazuya Taguchi's going to chase him down. Let's see this initiation. He likes to go for the backies. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I like it. Let's go, JTP. Kazuya Taguchi, look at him. He throws on the grappling hook. Doesn't mimic the angle, but definitely gets out. So look at Justin Pollock. Gets deeper in that second outside zone. Tightens up to that front clip. Now exiting out of the keyhole. How are they going to handle that? Both of them getting into the dirt. Quickly to that touch and go. And then that final last inside clip. Great
If
job
this
by
goes one
both
more
of them,
time, I
Ryan. I would
understand
say
why.
that you know, I really
That was a
like
very boring
Kazuya looks
fucking
really
run.
comfortable in that brand new car. I'll tell you that. Seemed that Justin got a
That was a
little
very
deeper on
boring
the second
battle.
outside zone.
Like,
Well, I
nothing
like
really
this
wow.
approach from Taguchi
The
because
only
there was a
thing that I
mirroring
would give
effect from
in the
initiation
favor
to the
to
first
another
inside
driver is
clip.
Justin.
After the first inside
did it
clip, he
again.
lost a little bit of
Justin-
ground there. He shallowed up just a
Justin
little
Pauly
bit. JTP
went
was
deeper
able
on
to get a
outside
bit
zone
deeper
two.
into outside zone number 2. And you can see the fluidity here. The transitions are nice from JTP. Taguchi's putting up a fight. There's no question about it. He had a couple little tiny flubs, and we'll see how the judges take both of those things into
Great
account.
drone shot.
But we are having some battles on our hand here, Jared, as we take a look one more time through that final turn on board with the FPV, Kazuya Taguchi and Justin Pollock.
All right, what do we got? Do we have a result? Our judges tabulating their scores, putting them
Is that
in.
Von Gittin Jr. warming his tires up?
Pollock and Taguchi. Claims? We got some claims. We got some reviewing going on. Nah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because the
Slide on
outside
left for
zone
Pollock,
two.
right for Taguchi, and there
If
it is.
they even go to
JTP
Ryan Lontaine,
gets
it's
the
probably
win.
gonna be because of
Lontaine, if you
outside
would
zone
please throw on
two.
your headset. It was unanimous. Well, your reasoning, again, for me, it was pretty much the keyhole. This is right in front of the judges. You know, if you're going to make a mistake, if you're going to make something sensational, Justin went way deeper on that second outer zone.
That's pretty much what clinched it for us. I think that Kazuka.
That's what I thought was going to happen
did
too.
an amazing job. Taguchi.
It's okay. We're all
Taguchi.
getting back. We're all coming out of Kazuya Taguchi.
Sage can't breathe right now.
Ryan's losing it.
Taguchi really impressed us. This is his
Oh,
first event
Dylan
with a great
Hughes
car,
going against
and
Von
he did a
Gittin
great
Jr.
job. The only thing was on his
Ooh.
lead. He didn't do a great job on outside zone 1, and he definitely missed outside zone 2 by a lot. And JTP did a much better job in that case. Their chases, I think, were pretty similar, but really what put it over was JTP's lead being a much better in keyhole up here.
I like that. Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang.
What did I say?
Wow.
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think you wanted a Pazuki. You wanted a pizza cookie, and then I thought you were rapping. I thought you were doing Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang. But no, and then then it went X-rated. Now you're just blushing. So
we need to get back to Japan. We've forgotten how to pronounce the names now.
Yeah.
So, we need to get back there.
Let's go.
all right, we're warming up some tires here. The GT radial variety underneath that of the Royal Purple O'Reilly Auto Parts 2 JZ powered BMW of Dylan the Dozer Hughes, and they're already on the line. Von Gittin Jr., your defending and 2-time Formula GP champion. RTR ready to rock. Captain Clutch Kick here, ready to throw down in that Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. The D stands for drift. As it's
Was it really?
it's about to get stinky in a good way, if you know what I
He
mean.
needs to design his own
As
car.
Von Gittin Jr. will lead, Dylan Hughes will give chase on this top 16 battle. We are just a few battles in. If you're just joining us, we got 2 winners already in the grade 8 as the top 16 Royal Purple Synthetic Experts official engine oil of Formula Drift. Coming down the pipe.
See what
Here
Vaughn
we go.
does.
Von Gittin Jr. initiates. Look at the angle from Vaughn. Dylan just kind of a slow roller into it, and he is bathing in that Nitto Tire smoke. Here goes Vaughn. First outside zone,
dangerous
stick in the
for
box,
chase driver to
second
do that
outside
to you.
zone. Woo!
Nice
Dylan
tying
Hughes
up, though.
lunges
Nice
forward, he
tying
takes a
up,
shallower
though.
line. He compromises that line in order to get that proximity. Now on that touch and go, Vaughn doesn't get all the way in, but both of them
I
do
think
on that
that
last
300
inside
horsepower
clip.
difference is
Great
making
job
a
by
big
both
deal when it
drivers,
comes to the
but
lead
Vaughn
versus
just
chase.
really flexing on him,
And
feeling
just
that momentum from
proximity
last year. A
alone.
lot of confidence in his corner.
The only
Bit of a
time Dylan
dangerous
Hughes was
move
really
there
up
from
there was
Dylan Hughes coming
in
down
the
after
keyhole.
initiation. He got
Watch.
a little bit held up there, didn't match the angle of Von Gittin Jr., then he gets lost in the smoke here for a second. Luckily, he pulls it out, and incredibly, he's able to surge forward by this
See, he took a
inside
tight
clip and
line.
nearly tap Von Gittin Jr., but Von did some damage out front. Look at the way he filled the outside zone. Look at how close he was on that inside clip. Look how stable he is on the course through this final section, getting to the touch and go and then just tapping that inside clip. So it's a solid lead from Von Gittin Jr. Dylan will need one of those.
Oh,
now that we've
that
seen
hurt.
Dylan's chase, we have something to compare as Vaughn goes to the chase position.
I know that
You know
car
what?
next to
And
him
knowing
too.
Vaughn, when his
Who's that car
seasons
next to
just
him?
came together to win the championship, it's
not
when he
Brandon,
didn't beat
is he?
himself. And I'm not,
No,
you know,
Brandon's
not
so
cursing, you know,
damn
not cursing the
not
announcer's
Rad
curse of Von
Dan.
Gittin Jr. But usually when he just comes together, keeps it calm and collected, and doesn't overcook it and burn the dinner.
We'll see in a
that's when he
minute.
comes out on top. So Dylan Hughes, he's got the clean air. How's Von Gittin Jr. gonna chase him down? Dylan Hughes initiates, uses all the track, gets out to the dust.
There you go,
And
Dylan.
throws, starts
There
that
you
GT radial
go.
burn. Oh, and there it is. Von Gittin Jr. comes in shallow, tightens it up, out to that second outside zone. Gets out there, hits it, and quits it.
This is tightness.
But Vaughn Gittin Jr., look at this. He is sweating him. The chrome nose in the back end of that BMW. Quickly getting out of that keyhole. And look at this. Dylan Hughes bringing it up and around that final front flip. So great execution.
He
let's break it down here, Mr. Sage.
End of the race.
Well, it is certainly getting wild up here with these guys. Every battle seeming to progress. Dylan Hughes.
I want to hang out in the booth with just Jared
Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Just watching him watch the race.
Is getting the pressure
put
on him. Let's see if there was enough to swing.
Jared Deanna needs his own
camera.
camera.
Decision one way or the other.
One way.
Jared and Ryan just need their own camera. There's somebody in the corner right here.
Together. So I was thinking doodle.
Oh, little Beatles jam. I'm cool with that. Yeah, of course. Come together. Right now with the score.
Oh,
you and me. Judges quickly asking
that's
for
how
BC
big
Racing side-by-side instant
that
replay.
gap is.
BC Racing, the
that's like
official
2 car
suspension formula
lengths,
drift.
2.5 car lengths.
Go for gold.
So when they hit a cone, I'm start laughing at them.
View. Here it is, coming at you. What do you got, Ryan?
Well, let's take a look at this. Look at the smoke lingering on the right-hand side from the first half of the battle. You can see Dylan is in the lead on the right, Vaughn on the left. Judges here looking for something that would point the needle in one driver's direction or the other. Now, Dylan in his chase did struggle a little bit after the initiation. He fell back. Vaughn, on the right-hand side of your screen, fell back on the latter part of the course. Are those equalizing mistakes? And then you look at the lead runs.
Are we going to go one more time?
Part of what the judges are looking at, and they also may be getting a lot more nuance than I'm presenting it. But as they await the results,
man, Ryan Sage is all fired up for this season.
Biting those fingernails.
I don't know. What do we got? We got our director here making claims. Or
yeah.
You saw the outcome. Hey, who's our drone pilots? We got to give them shout outs. Who's our drone pilot this event? Ryan. Here we go. Here's another side by side.
Hold on one sec, Jared. Here we go. Please. Yeah, here's the FPV drone. This is Nub. And as we take a look on board, you can see Vaughn Gittin Jr. here in that chase position and Dylan in the chase there. Pretty close on that section of the course. I think the judges are going to be looking at the beginning up to the middle part for Dylan and the end for Vaughn on the second half of the battle.
Ryan, the fans in the building are chanting one more time. Which way do you guys think it's going? Vaughn Gittin Jr., Dylan Hughes, one more time.
One more time.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the win.
Okay.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the win. It is unanimous. The fans were
because
exploding with the
Orlando has
OMT.
lights, so.
Not the case. Lontaine, throw on your headset there, bud. Talk to me. What do you got? Vaughn Gittin Jr. unanimous.
It came down to Dylan's areas of compromise compared to Gittin's areas of compromise in the chase. It looked like Dylan made more compromises in some key areas outside zone 1 and 2, and he wasn't really following the line that Vaughn was laying down as well. Vaughn did a better job at his chase of mimicking what Dylan was doing throughout the majority of the course without making those compromises. I'm going to stop using the word cheat. You're helping me out.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Whenever you say cheat, I'm just going to slap you.
And then Vaughn, I think, did a little bit better on his lead as well in a couple of key areas. Dylan did an amazing job, though, in outside zone 2. I have to say that was pretty clean through there. It got really deep. But, you know, look at Dylan's chase through the keyhole, his angle, and his line mimic. He's off quick.
So you would say close on the leads.
That's who that BMW is.
Yeah, the chase really is what put it
going
over.
against Turk, man.
Vaughn Gittin Jr.
I hope Eve Myers is ready for it, dude.
Coming up from Switzerland,
I hope Eve Myers is ready for
He
this.
says his dreams are coming true.
Because Turk,
well, Mr. Meyer,
don't care if you're a rookie or
a healthy dose of
since the
Ryan
beginning,
Turk. See if you
he's
get
going
Turked here.
to ride you like you're a professional because that's what you
lights
are.
On. Here we go.
It's that little hatchback.
Lighting of Formula Drift.
The hot hatch,
Ryan Turk out front, Meyer out back. Ryan Turk initiates that come out. Toyota Racing doing a curl hatchback. Big angle from him. Whoa, buddy, looks more rally car than drift car. Overcooks it. Ryan Turk goes wild on initiation.
Oh my God, Turk, what are you doing with your life, man?
As Eve Meyer. Wow, look at this. Eve Meyer could have an advantage here, Ryan, because right on initiation, Ryan overcooked it. You could see the little brown cloud being kicked up. Not a sign of a good time.
I think he went 3 off.
It's going to be whether or not Turk had an unchaseable lead. That's what the judges are going to be looking at here. Even after so many years as a veteran, Ryan Turk does overcook it into that first inside flip, and then he has to wrap it back around. Now, he unwinds the angle in a very interesting way here. So you can kind of kicks it back. Now he's got angle, and then right there he straightens it out and almost kind of has to reinitiate. I don't think on that alone they would give it an incomplete. I think they would give it an incomplete on the fact that it really disrupted the chase driver's opportunity for chasing between inside clip number 1 and the area where we have the downhill touch and go.
As
So
much Formula Drift as I
can we-
watch,
judges,
and
can
this
we
is one of my
confirm, is
favorite
it
tracks to
incomplete,
watch, I don't
or
think
are
I've
we still-
ever
is that
seen that
still,
happen.
being debated?
Either way, I think Turk's going to be at
Just
fault.
taking a look here at the momentum map one more time, you see those 2 distinct areas, and they're long. And if you're a fan, you've been watching this for 1 minute or 10 years, you understand that after initiation, there's a big decrease in momentum there on that inside clip.
Yeah.
Not timing that appropriately
Huge
is where problems
braking
come into
zone.
play. Either too slow, and you pinch off the driver, you don't have the momentum moving out. Too fast, you go in the kitty litter. Too fast, you really, really go in the kitty litter, and it's over.
Then you go to the grass and yard sale.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Yves Meyer now in front. He gets a clean air. Look at Ryan Turk.
He just
all
has to
over
put down
him.
a solid
And he
run.
is pushing around the track as he transitions now coming
Turk's
up the
gonna
hill.
make him try to
In
wreck.
that first outside
Watch.
zone, Ryan Turk banging
Watch.
towards wheel to wheel.
Oh,
In that second
bumping,
outside
bumping.
zone now, tightening up to that clip.
What is going
in the
on with
keyhole.
Turk, man?
Gotta love Yves.
Like,
His
he's
tenacity.
aggressive,
Ryan
but this
Turk
is
goes on the dirt. That
Not
is not where
like
you want to
Ryan
go.
Turk.
And Yves Meyer, you know what? He didn't get handed this. He absolutely put it down. Absolutely great execution there by
Ryan
Yves
Turk
Meyer
made
from
him earn
Switzerland.
that.
Could be taking out Ryan Turk, an
Ryan
absolute
Turk
legend,
made
Ryan.
him earn that big time.
Yeah, well,
Big time,
unbelievable
Ryan Turk
turn
made him
of
earn that.
events here, Jared. As we take a look at Ryan Turk, you can tell
Let's count the
by the
hits.
furiosity
There's
in
one.
his driving that he is at least assuming at bare minimum that he's at a deficit here. Tapping Yves Meyer going up the hill, tapping him again. Yves holding
right
it together
there.
pretty well
Where you
here
at?
and being able to just kind of be stable around the track and not worry about that crazy vehicle behind him.
That looked like
Really
he dropped
trying
all
to
4
keep the
tires.
pressure on and almost take him out because Ryan knows that he has to be aggressive. He's willing to get right up on the back
Like
bumper.
2 or 3
He's
hits.
willing to
Look
make
at that
some love
tire
taps.
touch, man.
A great shot here from the FD drone, seeing the left front wheel of Ryan Turk tapping Yves Meyer.
I think
But
his
you
back
can
right
tell
stayed on
the
the track.
fast-paced nature of this from Ryan
I think
Turk
he did drop
indicates to
3
me that
though.
he feels like he's at a disadvantage. He's got to do whatever he can to turn the tide.
I loved how Yves kept his composure. And speaking of composure, he composed himself a grade 8 berth. Yves Meyer takes out Ryan Turk in that gun out
I
Toyota
would say
Racing
Ryan
Corolla
Turk took
hatchback.
himself
Yves
out.
Meyer moves on. The drift force is strong with this one. Lorette, what's going on, girl?
All right, here we go. We got Frederick
We got to do a
Osbo.
couple things to the car between top 32 and now to get to where we are. And, you know, feeling really good. Just had a battle with Dylan Hughes, and I can't say enough
Jeff
good things about Dylan. You know, he's
Jones.
been
Jeff
coming up. He's a
Jones.
hard fighter. Comes from motocross. I relate. Has been
Damn, he's cussing that
battle.
much?
He
That's
really pushed
crazy.
me hard, so he should be proud. But I'm pumped to be
Just
moving
why
on
he
to
ain't
grade
cussing
8.
much. That's a good
And
thing,
yeah,
bro.
hope y'all having fun at Atlanta.
Von Gittin Jr., thank you so much. Jared?
Thank you so much, Lorette Nickel. And yeah, Von Gittin Jr., he'll be going against now this FD, you know, first-time comer in top 16, Yves Meyer. Here we go, Frederick Osbo,
Let's see how
Jeff
much they give it
Jones.
to
What do we
Osbo
got?
on this
Osbo
one.
and Jones. Osbo.
This is
that
actually an
Rockstar
Osbo
Toyota
style
Supra, a
course.
nasty initiation there, really well done. Jeff Jones taking that more straight line approach, but very fluid. Gotta love this.
Ooh.
As Osbo comes now into the keyhole, into
There you
that
go,
second
Jeff.
outside
There you
zone.
go,
Jeff
Jeff.
Jones right there. Jeff Jones could not be shaken. Mr. 818 worldwide, bringing it
That was a good run.
to the
That
former
was a great
champ of
lead run by
Osbo. Look
Frederick
at that
Osbo.
run. Jeff
And that
Jones
was a
impresses
phenomenal
me
chase run
every
by
time he
Jeff.
goes around. Love it.
Like they always say,
Another
you
great
can't
start
have
to
a
a
great
battle
chase
here.
unless you
Frederick
have a great
Osbo,
lead, and that's
silky
exactly
smooth, really
a
nothing
clear
wrong with that
example of
lead
that
run.
right there.
But you will never see Jeff Jones get pushed over by anybody, even a champion in
I
Frederick
think he looks
Osbo.
for Osbo
He does
like
lose a little bit of ground on
champions to eat.
initiation. The angle there from Frederick Osbo was
He almost
really
exceeded the
good
front nose.
and deep, and he used very minimal e-brake. But here's where Jones starts making his mark. He's able to get right up on the door of Frederick Osbo after outside zone number 2 and into that inside clip. And as he moves back around here, he's still in the fight.
I
keeping
think with the
pressure on
introduction to
Osbo.
this drone,
But Osbo with that incredible
and maybe
lead
these
has
drivers
also
have
made
to
it tough
step
on
their
Jones.
game
We're
up.
gonna
Like
have to
they
switch
couldn't
things
get
up
away with
and
little
see who has the better
little-
overall performance.
little
in their lead
pettiness,
in the
little
chase runs.
screw ups, right?
All right.
They had to start being full 100% send because the eye in the sky is going to tell.
All right. Jeff Jones calling 5.
Why?
We are hearing from the race official, Pat, saying Jeff Jones is calling a competition timeout. So Jeff Jones calls his competition timeout. That is a 5-minute allotment. Once he gets his car back to the hot pits, he gets hands on the car. We'll see if his car's up and running. I mean, didn't look like anything was wrong. He was really giving it to Frederick Osbo, and we know Osbo is one of the best chase cars in the business. And Ryan, you said it perfectly, just about getting more familiar with his vehicle. So NGK timeout. In addition to providing spark plugs for domestic and import vehicles, NGK produces spark plugs for motorcycles, power sports, marine, and outdoor power equipment.
Oh shit, that's Brandon.
NGK also offers complimentary ignition
Oh shit.
including ignition coils, resistor caps, spark plug wires, and high-performance cables. For reliable performance, trust NGK, the ignition specialist. All right, Lorette Nickel just checked in with Jeff. Lorette, what's up?
Thank you, Jared. Jeff told me that one cylinder, so he wiring he can follow, but he's really about his lead run. So the
Can
guys
we
working
get
right
some
now
better
again
cameras
on
and
one
microphones
cylinder,
for Formula
and,
Drift?
team
Is that
working hard to get
possible?
it
How
back
do we do
together.
that? How do we
Bummer.
do
Thank
that?
you so much for the update. So down a cylinder, 7 cylinders.
Wouldn't have noticed.
Wouldn't have noticed at all, dude. I mean, that was really, really well done, and that's what Jeff is all about. Tenacity.
What are they doing?
You know,
Replacing the
just
spark plug
really
wires
getting
and
after
stuff?
it. It's not about.
All right,
he's
man.
got a lot
This
of
is
fight
my
in him,
boy
right?
right
So
here. This is
Dean
my
Carney,
Las
Brandon
Vegas
Sorensen,
brother
look at
right
this.
here, Brandon
The baby-faced
Sorensen.
assassin here, Brandon Sorensen, going against Dean Carney. He is
I
out
think
for
he's
blood.
17 now.
Looks like carnage. He looks like a hooligan. He's ready to throw down. I love.
He
Dean.
looks tired,
Spent a lot of time with
Derek.
him over the last couple years.
Dean
and
looks very tired.
giving out Vipers and just having a lot of fun. And
You giving out
like his
Vipers?
spirit
I'll
and
take a
tenacity.
Viper if you're
So
gonna
the
give one
Oracle
out.
Lighting Dodge Viper.
I'll trade it in for a
Down
Cummins,
against
but
this
you
212
know,
Performance. BMW Brandon Sorensen.
or
Brandon, again,
something I could
the
turn
youngest
to
driver
a
ever
box canyon
to
truck.
qualify in Formula Drift competition. Brandon Sorensen
Oh, he
out front.
out-qualified him too?
Dean Carnage Carney
Get
in
him,
the chase
Brandon.
position.
Let's see what you got in the
Coming
road
down the
Atlanta,
hill,
buddy.
the Oracle lights are on the back bumper of that BMW. Look at that nasty flick by Dean Carney. Oh, Brandon going off.
What the fuck is going on?
Wow, was that just crazy understeer? Did something happen? I mean, Brandon absolutely
You
shut
already
up.
went
There
off
was
track,
no
Dean. What the
contact.
fuck are you doing?
So that means that
Brandon's
there will
just
be
gonna
a
wait.
massive
All right, Dean, go
deficit
ahead,
that
finish your run.
unfortunately
Go ahead.
Brandon will have.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I had to speculate there,
Why do you have
big,
43? That's Ken Block's
powerful,
number.
12-cylinder Viper behind me. I need to go fast.
10-cylinder.
10-cylinder. I need to go super fast and just kind of overcook it into the first corner. Understeer a little bit, and then basically pretty much couldn't get out of that.
Yep.
So let's take a look at it again. We see a lot of this here, drivers trying to figure out the best way to approach.
Did his car
I
get
think
hit?
before he was
Did you see
transitioning,
his body,
or after he
the
was
body of his
transitioning from that
car
inside clip, I
change?
think he kind of knew that he had cooked it here, because up until this point,
No.
a little bit before there, he could have been okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just sliding
Damn,
towards the kitty litter, and then
Brandon.
he just straightened out. I mean, he was just
Damn,
coming way too
Brandon.
hot.
Come
It
on,
didn't-
buddy.
But it didn't have like the side bite, you know, that we saw previously, and he looked good in the 32. Talking about Brandon Sorensen, he went against Trenton Beecham, so it wasn't just a pushover battle. He definitely earned it. So we got 2 minutes here for Jones.
Oh, come on, baby.
Let's go, Atlanta. The clock is ticking. So, you know,
You see the clock in the background there? Here we go. What's it say? 2:06.
yeah, you got Kevin back there. See Kev. Yep, 2 minutes right there. So let's alternate the positions here for Carney and Sorensen. You can see Osbo. He's rip-roaring, ready to go. He's on deck. He's in the batting circle.
What is going on in Formula Drift Atlanta,
We're
man?
officially
What is
halfway through
going
the top
on?
16. On the left side of the bracket, Matt Field goes against JTP, Von Kent Jr. versus Steve Meyer. And now, who's moving on? Carney.
This
and
is a weird
Sorensen.
start. It feels like they're going
Carney keeps
slower.
it on the road. He will advance into the Great Eight. Wow, real. Oh, my goodness.
Did Brandon hit him?
Another one.
Now this one at first pass looks a little bit more interesting because there was contact there, at least from what I saw in terms of the movement of the vehicles. There was a big, long e-brake pull from Dean around that inside clip. Now remember, the decel zone goes all the way to the inside clip, and you need to be back on throttle there, the momentum zone. There there are often times when
There's just too much going on with Road Atlanta today.
selling too
Yeah.
much
I quit. I'm not doing
downside
this
in
no more.
momentum is a problem. That's a
He just wrapped it right around the pole.
But,
Like,
I think Dean is not doing that. I think he did have a long e-brake pull. He let it off for a second, but he's getting back on throttle by the inside clip. Look at the right rear. E-brake on throttle, e-brake on throttle, and then tap.
right.
So Sorensen may have just been closing a little bit too aggressively there. That's my read on it, just looking at it in real time right now, a couple of replays, but the judges may think differently.
At their shoulders, right? All right, the judges want another look at it.
So let's take a look at Sorensen. Let's focus on Sorensen a little bit more this time. Kind of a straight line approach following Dean. You can see he's also e-braking along with Dean. I think Dean is kind of okay here after watching it for the third time. It looks like he did e-brake pull for a long period of time. Then he gets off, a little bit of an e-brake again, right at inside clip number 1.
Okay, here's a different angle.
And then back on throttle. Now we'll look at Dean's right rear. The e-brake, e-brake, e-brake. He's going to let it off. He's going to unwind it right about there. And I think he does another little tap right there. And then he's back on throttle. And it looks like
Yeah, Brandon.
Sorensen was just coming in.
Pulled the
I mean,
e-brake after
I
that
wouldn't-
clip,
I wouldn't
though.
fault Sorensen for that. Like, oh, you did a bad job.
No.
It's just this is a crazy entry here, and you
Uh-huh.
really need to have kind of a fine-tooth comb
Uh-huh.
approach with each competitor
see,
because the differences in initiation.
That makes it
whether it's
unchaseable.
Osmo
If you
using one side of the
e-brake,
course going
you
to
go
the
full
next,
throttle and then
straight
you
line
e-brake
approach, long
again. That
e-brake
makes
pull,
it
like, there's just so
unchaseable
many
because now
things
you're
you have to
playing
adjust to
games. You're not
because you
making
don't
a
train the
chaseable
drivers
run.
on their initiation.
That's my
And
opinion.
you got to think how much track time Dean has had here at Road Atlanta compared to
look,
Brandon.
Off,
he's
they're
got-
both
he's got a
off, they're
proper
both
angle.
off. On,
And
off,
Brandon
on.
is-
Like, that's
He was
bullshit.
just
Coming in hot.
He was just starting to get on throttle. And I could see the judges saying maybe Dean is getting on throttle a little bit late. You don't see the apparent smoke until after.
Yeah, this is a really tough one, guys. It comes down to our momentum map, and this year we're pretty lucky that we actually made it on an actual aerial shot of this track. The momentum map ends right at inside clip number 1, and we had to watch over and over again to see when Dean pulled that handbrake the second time, and it looks like, to me personally, it was before inside clip 1, and he was back on throttle at the clip. We say the absolute latest point in time you can get back on throttle is at the inside clip, and it looks
But
like
see-
he was just back on
See,
throttle,
you know what I mean?
and,
Like,
Sorensen got on throttle
he
and
pulled the
had
e-brake and then he
so,
got back on throttle, and that's
it
how a
depends
lot
on
of
the
drivers
judges
are.
gonna
You
look
get,
at
you
it.
pull the
We
e-brake,
analyzed it
you get back on
independently.
throttle,
We'll
and then
talk
you
about it
go.
here.
You
We
don't
have
get
different
on,
opinions
you
on
know,
what
take
occurred,
off,
but we'll see
hit
how
the
they
brake,
put the
get on
rules.
throttle,
So
hit
there
the
are different
brake,
ways
and
that
then
can
get back
go.
on throttle
Sorensen
again.
got an incomplete in his lead.
I think it should be
Track
Dean's
there.
fault because he
And
did
now
he did
it's
gas,
Dean's
brake,
Dean's fault,
gas,
Sorensen's fault,
brake,
or Schmidt's
gas.
fault on this one. And that determination will
Yeah,
determine
see.
how we
Yeah,
move
see,
forward here.
Well,
I
those
think
look
Brandon
like
got fucked over
2 out of
because
the
he
3
did it.
decided.
He
We
went
just
and
got the
he
last
went
judge.
Survey
take
says-
off.
There we go.
So Dean Carney,
He did-
there
he
it
did
is.
start,
So Dean Carney
e-brake,
gets the win.
gas,
And it
e-brake,
was not
gas again.
unanimous.
And I think
So
that's
Ryan
fucking
Egger and
stupid.
Ryan Lanté
No,
say
see,
Dean Carney, so
I'm gonna have to
elaborate,
disagree
if you
with
will.
everybody in
Chris,
this building
Chris
but
went against
Brian
the grain
Egger.
here and said one more time.
Yeah, he believed that second handbrake pull was the one that did it for Dean. That caught. Made
So
him
he
that
put up
call.
a roadblock.
Basically, yeah.
That's Chris's perspective.
Fucking stupid.
The Rockstar
Stupid ruling.
Toyota Supra, Frederick
That's right,
Oswald,
give it to
or
the vet
E18
and not give it to a
Edelbrock
dude who's
Nissan
who's
Z
an up-and-coming star.
of Jeff Jones. All right, so Carnage moves on. All right, so we have 5 vehicles already in. As I said, Field versus JTP, Gittin versus Eve Meyer, and this was a really good run here with Osbo out front. He saw Jones. Ryan, walk us through it.
Yeah, Osbo, silky smooth. Look at that little tap right there by Jones. Super aggressive by Jones, keeping Osbo within relative distance to himself. That's what you want to see. You want to see that aggressive driving. But Osbo, as he is known for, laying down the gauntlet on the lead run,
Like,
and making it a
how
really
much
uphill battle for Jeff Jones here, who's
Do
got
you
to
guys
focus so much
worship
on that
Frederick
lead run,
fucking Osbo,
and
man?
try to get as
Like,
close
for
to
real.
what Osbo did. And he is
He's a
certainly
good
capable of
driver.
that.
I'm not going to discredit
Yeah,
that,
had a
but you
good day
guys suck
yesterday,
his
but
nipple
Osbo
too much,
is
man.
also going to be in a position where he's going to want to stay aggressive to Jeff Jones.
Oh man, people around the world watching. Jeff Jones, his wife in the building. Osbo, don't know where Hunter's at, but here we go. Jeff Jones leading. Frederick Osbo
See,
giving chase.
he did
Jeff
one
Jones
brake, one
initiating
gas.
into that first front clip. And look at that transition.
Wow.
Well done. Look at Osbo just nicking that
Dude.
course marker. Jeff Jones swinging for the fences. Fills that second outside zone into that second front clip outside of the keyhole. Oh, Jeff Jones shot it outside wide. then tries to tighten it
What
up
do you
there
mean
on that
shot
touch
it
and
wide?
go. And then Jeff Jones across that front clip. Man, what do you think? Riley Ongpin, JP Ongpin, you guys are watching at home. Riley, shout out to you. How's it going, homeboy? Ryan, what'd you think of that run?
It does not get much closer in terms of proximity than Osbo to Jones from initiation to outside zone number 2. And watch the transitions here. Boom, snaps it right there. He's in the pocket, super close, charging up right up to Jeff
Did he
Jones.
wheel tap?
May even had a little tire run
Yeah.
there. And again, getting right in the
Look
pocket
how deep
here
Jeff is
into
on that keyhole.
second outside zone. Jones fills it. Osbo takes a tighter line, so that was one of the little sacrifices
Oh,
or
he hit the
compromises.
inside
But
clip.
then he goes a little bit wide. He has to work his
Or that
way
touch
back
and
to the
go.
touch and go. He goes a little bit late there. Osbo adjusts as well. And another great battle
Osbo go off
between
course
these two
on the
veterans
finish
of
line?
the sport. Osbo really keeping the pressure on all the way up the hill, making that
That
tiny
inside clip right
adjustment
there
in
is
outside
good.
zone
His
2
touch and go is
to
way
take that
wide.
tighter line. Jones kind of tricks him a little bit, goes wide out the horseshoe, and Osbo has to quickly react to that. And we finish things up with now the judges taking a look at both runs. So Jeff Jones again continuing.
Let's see the
to
side by
impress
side.
Frederick Osbo
Let's
on
watch the
his
side by
so far
side.
here in 2021, from qualifying into his battles here.
Go to this side by
We'll
side.
find out if Frederick Osbo is going to move forward or if it's going to be Jeff Jones.
BMW
But before that,
convertible.
let's take a look at a
tisk.
side-by-side.
Ryan,
Learn any
tell him
more
you want a
truth
side by
here
side.
between
Listen to
Osbo
me.
and Jeff Jones.
Ryan
So
Sage.
the side-by-side, I think, is going to be the real
Tell him we
indicator,
want the
because
side
we
by
had,
side.
we
Lontaine,
had some
request a
time
side
in
by side.
between.
Come on, Brian.
So now I think
Edgar.
this is really going to be a true indicator. I am absolutely
Come on, Chris
just
Ohl.
impressed. Oh, wow.
Request a side by side.
You got that stance lap on that back right. All right, here is the
Thank you.
side-by-side, Ryan. BC
Didn't have to
Racing,
go through
for it.
everybody.
Yeah, you can see Osbo's initiation a little bit different than Jones's. Osbo, big angle there from the onset. He's been impressing with that initiation, but Jones not letting him get away. Osbo a bit tighter, makes a
Still
little
go
bit
to
of
Osbo.
adjustment there. Good job by both guys in that
Although,
second outside
wait a minute,
zone.
Osbo didn't get all the way out
Jones
though.
super tight on Osbo at inside clip 1. This is where
Ooh.
Osbo takes advantage of Jones shooting wide, but then Jones is able to push out ahead again. So good
I
battle
wonder if that's
here
going to go one more time. What is going on with
Nothing left.
Osbo's back tire?
on the track between these two guys. I don't remember
Yeah.
it looking like that.
No, I don't know how that happened.
What did he hit?
Is he on airbags? I know he's not.
Go one more
All
time.
right, so here we go. Slide up left for Osbo, right for Jones. And we got Jeff Jones getting the win. Is that correct? Is that correct? Jeff Jones getting the win. So Jeff Jones takes down Frederick Osbo. Look
Yeah,
at
do
this.
that burnout,
Lontaine,
baby.
that was
Yeah,
unanimous.
Jeff.
Look at
Celebrate.
Jones.
Yeah, dude.
So Lontaine
Yeah.
going. Turn on the mic. Want to make sure? Okay.
So looking at what happened with Jeff Jones, did a great job in his lead run. You could see Osbo, maybe it happened around outside zone number 1. We're not sure where exactly, but you could definitely see his car was affected by something. He had a couple of corrections coming up. It's outside zone 1, the car straightened up a bit. And it really happened leaving the keyhole here, going downhill. You can see his car, I think he straightened up before his transition going to inside clip number 3 before the finish line. That definitely affected his car. We don't know what happened exactly, but like you said, you could see it at the top of the hill there, the right rear, something was broken. Jeff Jones just did a better job in his chase too. He was mimicking Osbo's line, really good proximity. So Jeff Jones did a great job on his own, but he was given a little bit of a gift there by having Osbo's, whatever that was, suspension brake in the right
He
rear.
might have hit the rumble strip or something.
Yeah, but
because
it
that was his back
Boxy.
left.
It was his right rear
was
that
back
was
Odie
right.
versus
yeah, so I
Travis
don't know
Reeder.
exactly what would have affected it. Maybe it was something
gonna be a
from
good battle.
previous,
Yeah.
you know, that stressed a suspension arm or something. But good job for Jeff Jones getting through.
Yep. Here we go. We're back to the action. Odie Bakshi's going against that of Travis Reeder. Whoa, well, look at that. Reeder jumps into formation. Absolutely frazzled by that. Ooh!
Reeder's driving
Reeder
too crazy.
overcooks it now. Again, Ryan, this seems like a different Odie Bakshi's in 2021. Travis Reeder debuting this new car. Odie Bakshi's loud and proud, just nasty with it. Look at that. Odie Bakshi's just seems absolutely possessed. And you pointed it out early, Ryan.
I think he's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, so important, Jared.
He's
to get a
shaking
good
his car a
start
lot.
from
Wow.
that first inside clip, and Odie Bakshis was able to do that pretty consistently here. He rolls into it, nice smooth initiation, nothing overly aggressive. Reeder's coming up super hot. He drops the two right tires and onto the grass there and really comes unstuck for a second. Odie, meanwhile, is maintaining a really good line down front. He's consistent. He went a little bit wide on that inside clip, which allowed Reeder to catch up.
He is
but we
all
are seeing
over
that
the map.
those mistakes, those little tiny mistakes that are made, it could be a millimeter here or there on that approach to the, and it looks like Reeder might be
Told
broken.
you.
Yeah,
You called
he's
it.
calling a competition timeout, actually. So,
You look at see how the car's moving around.
oh yeah, weeble wobble.
Wow, yeah, so he is calling a competition timeout now. Let's see if we can get one more look at it. But it looks like on the approach, Reeder just got himself into a little bit of trouble behind Odie. And we've seen that drivers just going a little bit too hard in the chase position, trying to anticipate where that lead driver is going to go. I mean, this would be a lot easier if we told everybody how to do a straight line entry e-brake. It would be super predictable, right?
Yeah.
But we would lose a lot of the passion and the fun of these drivers.
That's the X factor.
Yeah, of the way that they want to initiate. And it also makes
That's Jeff Jones.
the spotter's
That's Jeff
job that
Jones.
much more important, right? Let's do some scouting reports on how Odie's initiating, how Osbo's initiating, you know, how Reeder's initiating.
Right.
And that becomes part of the game. So it will be a competition timeout for Travis Reeder. Jeff Jones, obviously a big celebration right now, who is hanging out with Lorette. Lorette, and or post-battle interviews are always the best.
Okay, so
They
we
are
got
probably some of the best. And look at that, we are 3/4 way done with
gotta
top
finish
16.
up Odie
Jeff Jones,
and Travis.
Dean Carney.
Put
Next
in
up,
timeout right now.
we have that.
And then Adam
half-
LZ and
second half of
Jonathan
that battle.
Castro.
Odie Machi flew in this morning at 2 a.m. from Florida. The Taxi Garage boys. They from $79. They got tickets last night. Flew out this morning. $79 round trip.
That's what they would say is keeping it real.
Yeah, that is the realest as they come. Here we go. Next up, here he is. A lot of anticipation, but Castro is no pushover. Jonathan Castro.
Castro
Adam
LZ, man.
Jonathan Castro here in that Toyota 86. He looked
Should be a good
absolutely
battle.
feverish going against Josh Reynolds. Adam
What we got
LZ
here?
had a little bit of help there from Dan Burkett. Adam LZ doesn't look, the car doesn't look completely settled. He looks nervous, for lack of a better term. Like it just seems anxious a little bit. What do you think?
Who wouldn't be? You know, I mean, this is a high pressure situation. Doesn't matter
Let's
if it's
go,
qualifying.
Jonathan.
This is one of the most marquee venues.
Jonathan, did you jump
One
the
of the most
light?
marquee venues in the history of the sport, and one of the toughest, for sure. So I think all the drivers are a little bit nervous. You could at least make the argument that the beginning of top 32 expressed that in a certain kind of way.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So Castro whips it back around. The reason? Jump the light. Nice. This guy. Great sign. Okay, you want me to retire? Okay, I'll retire. I just saw that sign.
Excuse me.
All right, you come up here and announce. Let's see how you sound. You won't. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Jonathan Castro, Adam LZ. Jonathan Castro will lead.
Okay, clean
LZ
start.
give a chase. We got a clean start.
No, I just said that, Jared. Stop
Castro
copying me.
comes in across the nose of LZ's
Ooh.
S15. Down to that front flip. Oh, LZ, great composure there. No nervousness whatsoever as Castro now comes in that first outside zone and the second in the keyhole. Both of them filling that second
There you
outside
go.
zone.
That's a good battle right there.
Oh
so
man,
far.
LZ being absolutely
That's
soaked
a
in
good battle
smoke.
right there.
But still, so from whatever happened in 32
Good.
to now here in 16, you know what? I said he was nervous. Not whatsoever. No signs of nervousness now, Ryan.
Good battle here.
Yep.
And, you know, as the chase driver, you're really trying to make a prediction and then make those adjustments on what the lead driver is doing. Castro getting on the throttle well before that first inside clip. Good adjustments there by LZ. We saw the clipping
See,
cone
if I
kind
was
of
Brandon
flying around a
Sorensen,
little
I'd
bit.
be
LZ
petitioning
surging
it.
as Castro goes deep into that zone. Good move by LZ to follow the line.
I just feel the
He
decision.
went out there to that second outside
Like,
zone.
it's not
with
common
Jonathan
practice
Castro.
to
Big
pull
angle
the
by
e-brake,
Castro
hit the
right
gas,
before
pull
that
the e-brake,
transition
and
coming
hit the
down the
gas.
hill. Nice job
Everybody
on the
else
touch and
is
go.
doing
LZ
pull the
back in
e-brake,
here
hit the gas,
and
and don't
driving
do the track.
blind through the smoke
Don't do
line
the course.
and through the finish
Right.
line there. So great
Dean
first
Carney,
half of the battle.
pull the
between
e-brake,
Jonathan Castro
hit the
and
gas,
Adam LZ.
pull the
Man, you
e-brake,
gotta love
then hit the
boys
gas
at
and
Lean
attempt to
Customs.
finish the
They're
track
making
out.
pins for all the racers and all the Formula
Makes
Drift
no
2021
sense.
vehicles.
Makes
So
no
check them out at
sense that
Lean
they don't fault
Customs
Dean
Pins,
Kearney
the custom
for
pins,
not doing a chaseable lead.
LEN. Absolute legend dudes. Lean custom.
How are you going to anticipate someone's going to do a double
All right,
pull?
let's switch it up now.
Double
Adam
e-brake
LZ
pull.
will lead. Castro
See?
will give chase.
I'd appeal it. There's an appeal
See, the lights
process.
just barely through the smoke.
I would have
Yeah,
appealed it.
smoked
Like, I
out.
appealed this right away.
Through that start chicane, no cones were hit, and there it is. Quite a better view with that long camera.
Let's do this.
And now Adam LZ into that first front. Massive angle there, and running a backy into that front clip. Castro gets thrown offline. LZ with
I
the
hardly
S15
see
into that
Jonathan
second
Castro
outside
get
zone.
thrown
Castro
offline. He's chasing.
taking a bit of a shallower line. Adam LZ
Like, that
showing
was
you why he's
crazy.
2020 Rookie of the Year. And one more clip, nasty snap by LZ. A little more
That was,
yeah,
that was
a lot
impressive.
more comfortable, and I think the fans
That
would
was
agree.
impressive.
Even his fans, I think it looked great. Really good run there by Adam LZ. I think Castro might have gotten shocked on that initiation.
Some real points of differentiation, right? You have big angle initiation through that first inside clip, back on throttle, and then aggressively moves up the hill here, getting to that outside zone 1 and 2. And you can see he was on throttle right there at the beginning of outside zone 2. Castro struggled a little bit coming up the hill with LZ. Now he's starting to close the door a little bit, but LZ throws big angle through the touch and go, and then a nasty flick back around, which he throws right at that angle, holds it through the finish line. And see right here, he could have.
But you've been watching
totally
Chelsea
flubbed
Denofa
that,
and Von
right?
Gittin
We
Jr.
saw
race.
that with the Denofa battle, where big angle can
That's like
be
that.
a
That had
very risky
hints
maneuver,
of
but
Chelsea
LZ was able
Denofa
to
and
pull it
Von
off
Gittin
pretty
Jr.
well there.
in it.
And then he had some other
Like, for
strong
real.
points throughout this run, especially things like
For
this.
real.
Coming down the touch and go, snapping it back around super fast through that final inside clip. And taking a look at the overhead, we'll get even a better perspective. Nice fluid transitions
I want to
by
see
Adam
this last
LZ.
transition
You can
right
see
here.
a little bit of a reduction in and see how
That was
he kind of
nasty.
twists on the axis there, but snaps it right to angle, holds it, and maintains momentum. So
And Jonathan
great job
Castro
by
just
LZ
doing
in the lead
fish shells up
position.
the road.
Castro, a great lead of his own, an awesome battle here for the judges.
Oh my God, we're doing over now.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was to be the final battle of top 16, but not the case because we will have to go back to Odie and Reeder with that competition timeout.
Look at this. Look at this. How that happened.
That was fun. Oh, Adam LZ's in the chat on YouTube.
Hey, Dan.
Oh, that was
how is
solid,
that
dude.
possible?
Yeah, just drifting and chatting.
Just drifting and chatting, living the dream.
Yeah, I just been a left-hand turn.
Great job, Adam.
we
Really,
got
really
Odie
well
back
done.
on the
Great
line.
run by Castro.
Where's
All right,
Travis?
let's shoot some more holes in it. Both had, again, great lead runs. I think it's really going to come down to the chase again, Ryan, as they were talking about earlier.
Well, we got the ever popular BC Racing side-by-side requested and coming up. I'm going to focus my cognitive capacity
Right.
on the chase runs here.
Okay.
That's a big
Got that
word that I
long
don't
shot,
understand
so
there,
it's
Ron
very
Sage.
interesting.
Castro on the right in the chase, and
LZ
LZ on the left. LZ a little bit tighter on the chase coming up the hill.
I think
Castro
he's gonna
surging
go to
close
LZ.
on the right-hand side of your picture. LZ, big angle in the lead run. Castro kind of matching it, then having to back off. LZ looking close through the touch and go. in his
LZ was
chase run
consistent though.
and surging
He
towards
was
Castro on the finish line.
consistent.
Man, these guys are laying it down.
Wow.
So it looks like Eggers
I
is
think
Adam
his
LZ.
consistency
Ryan
and his
Adam LZ
proximity
gets the win
got him that win
LZ
on the chase.
unanimously
Like,
gets
you
the win. We'll get
beat
Lontaine
Jonathan Castro in a
with
chase.
his headphones here. We'll
You know how impressive that
handcuffs
is?
on,
You
and
beat
Ryan
Jonathan
Lontaine, you're
Castro.
on. What's up?
In the battle, using your chase
Yeah,
run.
Adam just did a better job overall. Did a better job of mimicking what Castro was doing during his lead run. He was mimicking the line, and he didn't really make any compromises throughout the run. Unfortunately, Castro in his chase was not mimicking the line as well, especially coming up the hill
You
towards outside
beat
zone 1.
Jonathan
He was
Castro
inside, and
to go to the
Castro
Great
his
Eight
tires, which we see
with
as
your
compromises
chase
in the
run.
position, kind of
I need you to
cutting close a little
understand
bit, trying
the
to
gravity of
keep
that
proximity.
phrase.
So that's what
Jonathan Castro is one of the best chasers in the game.
I'd inside clip 3 just before going to the finish.
Where the hell is
So,
Travis Reeder?
Had Castro kept it a little bit cleaner,
Did he break his
tried to
knuckle?
mimic the line, maybe it would have been a little bit tighter.
Right on. Thank you for the insight there. Yeah, great effort by Castro.
Where the
Really
fuck
liked
are
what
you at,
LZ
Reeder?
did,
Get to the
and
line.
he's deserving of being
We're not
in
playing
the
this
Great
game
Eight.
with
I know
you.
He's got a lot of fans.
Oh, he's got to
watching,
do.
and I know Castro does as well. So here we go. Odie Bakshis gets a run here, minus Travis Reeder.
Let's
Unfortunately,
see him.
he could not make it to the line. So Odie Bakshis gets the win here in Falcon Tires S15.
Great camera work on. I love these biplane camera work, man. You can see how creative this pilot is on the drone. That solidifies that for the top 16. Who?
All right, so here it is. We have our Great 8.
Slide them.
Our Great 8 is been shaped. And here is how it
Are
lays
they
out
gonna-
here as, man, just an absolutely beautiful sight in more ways than one. Odie Bakshis advances on. Here is your bracket. Matt Field versus Justin Pollock. That's an all-Falcon battle. One Corvette, one Mustang. Von Kent Jr., another Mustang, going against first time ever, not only top 16, and now in the Great 8. The
That's
Trip Force
impressive
driver,
for
the
Yves
BMW
Meyer.
Yves Meyer from Switzerland. Jeff
Yeah.
Jones defeats Frederick Osbo and moves into the Great 8. Dean Carnage Carney takes up
I'm
Brandon
not
Sorensen.
I'm
Odie
not on board
Bakshis
with
from
this
Gasol,
the Dean
and
Carter's one.